Picture this. It's 2 a.m. and you're stirring in your bed, trying to find that perfect, comfortable position to drift back to sleep. Then suddenly, bam! Your calf muscle seizes up like a vice grip, sending sharp electric pain shooting through your leg. You're wide awake now, massaging that stubborn muscle, wondering why this keeps happening night after night. If you've experienced this scenario, you're not alone, you're certainly not imagining it, and most importantly, you're not powerless against it. What many don't realize is that these painful leg cramps that seem to strike out of nowhere often have a hidden culprit, something so simple yet so overlooked that when you understand it, you'll wonder why no one explained it to you before. I'm Dr. John DeMarco, and I'm here to walk with you on this journey to understand why electrolyte imbalance might be the missing piece in your leg cramp puzzle, so every night becomes a peaceful rest instead of a painful interruption. Let's start with something that might surprise you. When we think about muscle cramps, most of us picture them as just random muscle misbehavior, something that happens because we're getting older or maybe we moved wrong. But here's what I want you to really understand. Your muscles are like a sophisticated orchestra, and when they cramp up, it's usually because one of the key players, your electrolytes, is out of tune. Think of a muscle cramp as your body's way of sending you an urgent message. It's a sudden, involuntary contraction that happens when your muscle fibers can't relax properly. Imagine trying to release a fist that's stuck in a tight grip. That's essentially what's happening inside your muscle when it cramps. Now here's something that might make you feel better about your situation. Nearly 50 of people over 60 experience regular leg cramps. You're part of a large community dealing with this, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you for experiencing this. Your body is simply asking for some attention and care. But here's where it gets interesting and hopeful. Let me tell you about electrolytes, these tiny but mighty minerals that act like the electrical system in your body. Just as your home needs electricity to run smoothly, your muscles need these minerals to contract and relax properly. Picture electrolytes as the messengers in your body. Sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium work together like a well-coordinated team. Sodium and potassium are like the on-off switches for your muscles. They help your nerves tell your muscles when to contract and when to relax. Calcium is the spark that actually makes the muscle fibers move, while magnesium is the peacekeeper that helps everything calm down and return to normal. When these minerals are in balance, your muscles work like a beautiful dance. But when they're out of balance, well, that's when you get that unwelcome 2 a.m. wake-up call from your calf muscle. Now you might be wondering, why is this happening to me now when I'm older? It's a fair question, and the answer isn't about you doing anything wrong. Our bodies change as we age, and these changes make us more vulnerable to electrolyte imbalances. Think of your kidneys as the body's filtration system. Over time, they don't work quite as efficiently as they used to. It's like having a coffee filter that doesn't catch things quite as well. Some of those important minerals might slip through when they should be staying in your body. Your body also holds less water as you age. If you think of your younger self as a juicy grape, you might be more like a raisin now, still sweet and valuable, but with less water content. This means that when you do lose electrolytes, the impact is more significant. Here's something else that might ring true for you. Do you find yourself not feeling as thirsty as you used to? Many of us notice that our thirst sensation isn't as strong as it once was. It's like having a smoke detector with a weak battery. It might not go off when it should. And let's talk about something that affects many of us: medications. If you're taking water pills, blood pressure medications, or other common prescriptions, these can actually affect your electrolyte balance. It's not that these medications are bad, they're doing important work for your health, but they might be part of the puzzle when it comes to your leg cramps. Let me share something that might help you understand how dehydration and electrolyte loss work together. Martha, a 68-year-old grandmother I know, used to wake up with leg cramps every single night. She was drinking plenty of water. In fact, she was proud of how much water she was drinking. But here's what was happening. All that plain water
was actually diluting her electrolytes, making the problem worse. You see, when you're dehydrated, your body holds on to every drop of water it can. But if you're only replacing that water without the minerals, you're like a chef trying to make soup with just water and no salt or seasonings. The end result lacks what it needs to work properly. This is where something called hyponatremia becomes important. It's when your sodium levels get too low, often from drinking too much plain water. Your body becomes like a sponge that's absorbed too much water without the minerals to balance it out. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening inside your muscles when an electrolyte imbalance triggers a cramp. Imagine your muscle fibers as a line of dominoes. When everything is working properly, the electrical signal travels smoothly from one domino to the next, causing your muscle to contract and then relax in a controlled way. But when your electrolytes are out of balance, it's like some of those dominoes are missing or in the wrong place. The electrical signal gets confused, and instead of a smooth, controlled contraction, you get a sudden, painful spasm that won't let go.
Your nervous system becomes like a radio with poor reception. The signals aren't getting through clearly, and your muscles don't know when to start contracting or when to stop. So how do you know if electrolyte imbalance might be behind your leg cramps? Here are some signs to watch for. Are your cramps happening more frequently, especially at night? Do you feel more tired than usual, even after a good night's sleep? Are you experiencing muscle weakness or that feeling like your legs just don't want to cooperate sometimes? Here's what I want you to remember. Frequent leg cramps, especially when they're accompanied by fatigue, dizziness, or changes in how you feel overall, are worth discussing with your doctor. You're not being a bother, you're being smart about your health. Now, here's the hopeful part, the part that can change everything for you. There are natural, gentle ways to restore your electrolyte balance and reduce those painful cramps. And the best part, these solutions are probably already in your kitchen or easily available at your local grocery store. Let's start with hydration, but not just any hydration. Instead of drinking only plain water, try adding a pinch of good quality sea salt to your water, or sip on coconut water, which naturally contains potassium and magnesium. Think of it as giving your body the full orchestra instead of just one instrument. When it comes to food, nature has provided us with some incredible options. Avocados are like little green treasures packed with potassium and healthy fats. Sweet potatoes aren't just delicious, they're loaded with potassium and complex carbohydrates that help stabilize your blood sugar. And pumpkin seeds? They're tiny powerhouses of magnesium and zinc. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are like multivitamins you can eat. Bananas, which you probably already know about, are excellent sources of potassium. And here's a gentle tip. Try having a small banana with a handful of nuts before bed. It's like giving your muscles a comforting goodnight snack. But here's something else that's important. Gentle movement. I'm not talking about running marathons or doing intense workouts. I'm talking about simple, easy stretches that help your muscles stay flexible and improve circulation. Think of it as giving your muscles a gentle massage from the inside out. Try this simple bedtime routine. Before you get into bed, do some gentle calf stretches. Point your toes up toward your shin. Hold for about 15 seconds, then relax. It's like tuning a guitar. You're helping your muscles find their proper tension. Now, you might be wondering about supplements. Here's my gentle guidance. While electrolyte supplements can be helpful, it's best to talk with your doctor first, especially if you're taking medications. What works beautifully for one person might not be right for another, and that's perfectly okay. If you do decide to try supplements, look for ones that contain a balance of minerals, not just one, and start slowly. Your body will tell you what it needs.
Here's something that might surprise you. The timing of when you eat and drink matters too. Having a light snack that contains both carbohydrates and minerals about an hour before bed can help maintain your electrolyte balance through the night. It's like giving your body a gentle, steady supply of what it needs instead of asking it to run on empty. And here's a warm tip from my years of practice. Keep a food journal for a week. Note what you eat and drink and when you experience cramps. You might discover patterns that help you understand your body's unique needs. Remember, your body has wisdom. Those leg cramps aren't happening to punish you. They're happening to get your attention. And now that you understand the connection between electrolyte balance and muscle function, you have the power to respond with kindness and care. Think about how wonderful it will feel to sleep through the night without those painful interruptions. Imagine waking up refreshed, with legs that feel strong and ready to carry you through your day. Picture yourself gardening, playing with grandchildren, or simply walking without worry, all because you've learned to listen to your body and give it what it needs. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every glass of coconut water you drink, every avocado you enjoy, every gentle stretch you do is a step toward better muscle health and more comfortable nights. The 3 foods we've talked about, avocados, sweet potatoes, and pumpkin seeds, aren't just nutrients, they're nature's way of supporting your body's electrical system. When you incorporate these into your regular meals, you're not just preventing leg cramps, you're supporting your overall health, your energy levels, and your vitality. Here's what I want you to remember. Taking care of your electrolyte balance isn't complicated or expensive. You don't need to buy special products or follow complex routines. You just need to be mindful of giving your body the minerals it needs, staying gently hydrated, and listening to what your body is telling you. If you've made it this far in our conversation, thank you from the bottom of my heart for investing in your health. Your well-being truly matters. And remember, you are never alone in this journey. Every small step you take toward better health is a victory worth celebrating. Your body has carried you through decades of life, and it deserves your gentle care and attention. Those leg cramps are simply asking for some love and balance. And now you know how to provide both. When you wake up tomorrow morning, feel free to start with just one small change. Maybe it's adding a pinch of sea salt to your morning water, or including half an avocado with your breakfast. Small changes, when done consistently, create remarkable results. As you move forward, remember that healing and wellness happen gradually, naturally, and beautifully. Your muscles want to work properly, your sleep wants to be peaceful, and your body wants to feel strong and comfortable.
By understanding and addressing electrolyte balance, you're giving yourself the gift of better nights and more energetic days. Sweet dreams, and here's to legs that carry you comfortably through all the joyful moments ahead.